Hey, welcome to Let's Click Photography, the place for you to come for all of your tips, tricks, camera talk and location vlogs. And today we are on location in the Lake District National Park. So whilst I finish this, why don't we see what is going to be on today's vlog. In today's vlog, we go exploring in the woods. We discover the lost city of Moronville. We strap the big lens on and we battle other photographers for prime position at a classic location. Right, well that's lunch all finished up with. So today we're at Ashness Bridge, which is near Derwentwater. It's kind of on the eastern side of the water, just elevated above it up in the hills. And I've been reliably informed by another photographer that I've spoken to that this is a one-shot location. And it's true, it has got an absolute classic Lake District shot that we will definitely get to in a bit. I am firmly in the camp of nowhere is a one-shot location. Everywhere has more than one shot if you just spend a bit of time looking around. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to explore the area around Ashness Bridge and we're going to see if we can find another shot, and I guarantee that we can. What I don't guarantee is that it'll be any good. The Lake District National Park is famed for its expansive mountainous vistas and of course its lakes, but it's also home to some ancient woodlands which are perfect for exploring between midday and mid-afternoon when the sun sits high in the sky, casting harsh flat light. Unbelievably though, amongst all of this beauty, there's also been something very ugly making itself at home. This year, it has also become a holiday home to morons. And I can't think of a different way to describe them without C-bombing it, because, I mean, it's just moronic, isn't it? Morons who have just dumped their stuff here. Found myself about 5 meters from Moronity Base, and the view in front of me is magnificent. I've got Derwentwater right in front of me just here, and we're up high enough that we can actually see over the top of Derwentwater and through Keswick to Bassenthwaite Lake, and it's quite the scene. I do feel like it's a bit of a snapshot though, because whilst it is a beautiful scene and there's lots going on, the light just isn't wowing me, which, well, of course it's not. It's 3 in the afternoon. I can't quite work the composition off. There's a tiny little piece of greenery just at the bottom here, which I was trying to put behind the trees, and I need to kind of go, well, about where you guys are actually, to hide it, but there's a tree that is in the way from exactly where you are, and I just don't want that in the scene, so I've had to move over to the left slightly. There's a couple of branches above me that I thought about putting in, just a bit of foreground interest, but it doesn't really work. There's not a lot here. There's a bit of heather that is on the floor that I could use as some nice foreground, but it's dead. So I think I'm just going to take a snapshot. I think I'm just going to take a shot to say, hey, I was here. You might look pretty in an Instagram story. I do envision cropping this to about 10 by 8 and muting some of the greens, accentuating some of the contrast that is in the mountains at the back, and hopefully bringing out some of those little pockets of light that are coming through the clouds behind me. Okay, I've clambered up the hill a little bit, and we are right on the edge of a big drop. So I've got to tread carefully around here. The light is still pretty much too stark, too flat to give me what I want here. So you know what they say, when in doubt, get the 7200 out. Well, I've gone as far as I can. If I go any further, then I will be heading for a fall. So yeah, there's nowhere else to go here. We've reached the end of the line. I think behind this fence actually is earmarked on the map as Surprise View. And I can see why, it's a lovely view, but as I say, I'm just not entirely sure that the light is working for great photography today. But by now you've probably seen the shots that I've took, so let me know what you think down in the comments below. As I said right at the start, we are going to hit Ashness Bridge, so I'm going to take us back down, and I will pick up with you when we are at the bridge. Okay, so we're at Ashness Bridge. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether the location is Ashness and the bridge is named after it, or the location is named after the bridge, because all the signs are just for Ashness Bridge, and then there's one tiny sign that says Ashness. Now, I've moved away from the flow of the river because, well, twofold really. Number one, it's really loud down there, so I don't think you'd be able to hear me properly. You can probably hear it in the background, so right close to the flow is too much background noise. Secondly, because it's a really popular spot for photographers, and to be honest, I was here first, but there was a queue behind me, and I gave up my spot because I'm not mean, and I'm probably regretting it because I'm looking behind the camera now and I can see the orange glow coming in up the valley. But I had a shot that I was fairly comfortable and happy with, so I gave up my spot. And honestly, the guy behind me had been waiting behind me for about an hour. He'd gone back to his car twice to sit down. So yeah, it was a little bit mean-spirited if I didn't give up my place having got a shot. But the shot that I've gone with, I've put a 3-stop on it just to get a bit of movement into the water. With a polarizer, not really for the water to be honest, more for the sky. There's not a lot going on in the sky. It's really blue, which is lovely. There's only a couple of small clouds in there, so the interest isn't much. So I did 2 compositions, one where I had quite a lot of sky in it, the top third, and then I brought the sky down, so I brought the angle down a little bit to take some of the sky out of it, just because it wasn't that interesting. Okay guys, the light is going, so I'm going to have one last picture, which is cooking at the moment. Again, 3-stop on. For this one, I am just going landscape format. I'm breaking all the rules because I'm sticking the bridge right in the middle and the water coming towards us. There's a nice bit of light on the mountains in the background, which if I did it any other way, you wouldn't be able to see, and it's just a lovely bit of colour. I've done some 1-second ones just to get a little bit of texture and a little water-like appearance into the water, and some at 6 seconds just to get that movement and to smooth that water out a little bit. And of course I will show you how they look, but if you've enjoyed this trip to Ashness Bridge, which I can't say, Ashness Bridge today, you've made it this far, then I certainly would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, which is somewhere around the bottom of this screen here, the big red one that says subscribe. Sure you can't miss it. And hit that like button. Thank you very much. I genuinely always appreciate your time watching these vlogs. I hope you have a good time wandering around the Lake District. And if anybody has learned one thing from today, I would like it to be this: when you go wild camping, leave no trace. I've been Dave here in the Lake District National Park, and for now, ciao.